What's up, guys? Welcome to another video of sports news for dummies. Now, this episode will be covering this week in college football, my predictions, and what's to come. So, the first game that we're going to go over is the number one Alabama Crimson Tide. This week they will be playing the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky is not as strong as they have been in the last couple of years. Alabama is looking tough. Mac Jones is a Heisman candidate. I think he's number one in the Heisman talk. They did lose Waddle, the wide receiver, but I don't feel like this should be a big effect in this game. I have Alabama winning this game 45-14. Alright, next game that we will be talking about is the number 4 ranked Clemson Tigers versus Florida State Seminoles. Clemson Tigers are huge favorites in this game. Florida State, I know they've been on a downward spiral for the last couple of years. This year is no different. They are pretty bad, 2-6. Clemson's coming off the loss to Notre Dame, and that loss was without Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence will be back for this game. Trevor Lawrence, obviously, in the Heisman talk. Again, ETN is probably the best running back in the nation. Clemson, powerhouse, favored by 35.5 points. I think I have Clemson winning this game 56-13. 56-13. It will be a blowout. Next game that we will be diving into is the number 6 Florida Gators versus the Vanderbilt Commodores. Vanderbilt has not won a game this year. Florida's looking really strong week by week. They've only lost one game. They're heavy favorites in this game. Their quarterback, Kyle Trask, has made his way onto the scene as a Heisman candidate. Florida's offense is looking deadly this year. I have Florida winning this game 48-10. 48-10. Alright, next game will be the number 7 Cincinnati Bearcats versus the UCF Knights. Now, this is a big matchup in this conference and a big matchup for Cincinnati to keep their undefeated streak alive and to try to be the first non-Power 5 conference team to make the playoffs. Cincinnati is looking great this year. Their coaching staff is really, really good. They just have a lot of players and a good system down there in Cincinnati. UFC is not as strong as they were past years, but they are still a decent team. I think I have Cincinnati winning this game 31-21. 31-20. Alright, next game that I'm diving into is the number 10 Wisconsin Badgers versus the number 19 Northwestern Wildcats. The Wisconsin Badgers just came off a great win against Michigan. They blew them out in Michigan's home stadium, just blew them out of the water. Wisconsin was off for a couple weeks because of the whole COVID situation, but they came back looking strong as ever. Mertz, their quarterback, is solid, really good. Northwestern just came off a solid win at Purdue. Payne Ramsey is a ex-Indiana player, grad transfer. He's having a good year for Northwestern. 2 undefeated teams colliding in the Big Ten this week. I think I have Wisconsin winning this game 24-17. 24-17. Alright, next we have a good matchup from a non-Power 5 conference between Appalachian State and Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina is ranked number 15. They're 7-0. Appalachian State is 6-1. Two solid teams going at it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a whole lot about both teams. I haven't really watched them, but going off of what ESPN is telling me, uh, Coastal Carolina is the favorite to win this game, and I mean it's hard for me to pick a score. I'm gonna go with Coastal Carolina winning this game, 35 to 35, 35-31. Let's make it interesting. 35-31. Next game that we have up is Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma, a top 25 matchup. Oklahoma State ranked 14th, Oklahoma ranked 18th. Cowboys are coming in at 5-1. The Sooners coming in at 5-2. Honestly, I'm leaning towards Oklahoma State just because Rattler for Oklahoma has not looked great this year. I mean, his numbers are crazy, but he's been very inconsistent. In the games they've lost, he's looked really bad. And Hubbard is a beast of a running back for Oklahoma State, so I'm going to have to go Oklahoma State 38, Oklahoma 31. Okay, the final game that I will be diving into this week is the game of the week, number 9 Indiana Hoosiers versus number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes. Okay, so Indiana just came off a shutout win against Michigan State last week, and Ohio State is coming off a postponed game because of COVID. Ohio State's offense has looked amazing this year. Justin Fields is a Heisman candidate once again. The wide receiver core is looking great. The running back core is lacking, but everything besides running back for Ohio State's offense is clicking on all cylinders right now. Defensive wise, their defensive line is looking pretty good, and their DBs and corners are they're a little shaky at times, but they're decent as well. The Hoosiers have exceeded expectations. They're number 9 this year, 4-0. They've beat teams like Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State. Penix is a stud, and Freifogel is one of the best wide receivers in the nation. He is so underrated. I feel like this game will be a little closer than what people may expect. I have Ohio State coming out though. I have Ohio State winning 42 to 31. 42-31.